It is February 23rd today, and we're trying to get this sausage finished up. So, I got the meat all ground, I got the stuffer out, I got to cut a bunch of ropes here for tying, and we got these beef middles, 55 to 60 millimeter, and you want to get yourself some real hot water, and put these in the hot water. I think I got a couple different kinds here. Not really sure. I think this is the bigger one, and this might be. And there, you got that big loop. I got these dowel rods that go through. Perfect. So, that's what we're doing, guys. Bologna. Let me just set them in there. On to the next. This one here, I'll just tie a little knot. Should be able to hang that just fine. These are the ones I should give away, right? That'll still work. So there you have it, folks. Ring number 2, half a ring. Fold that over. You want to buy yourself some good cotton rope, because that nylon rope will cut the crap out of your fingers when you're tying the knots and stuff. So just be mindful. Get yourself a ball of 100% cotton. And it'll save your fingers a little. That's the way we like them. Pull that out a little bit, give her a snip. Fold that part over, tie it again. Yeah, then I'll just put that through there and then tie a knot. And there, you got that big loop. I got these dowel rods that go through. Perfect. So, that's what we're doing, guys. Bologna. set him in there. On to the next. This one here, I'll just tie a little knot. Should be able to hang that just fine. These are the ones I should give away, right? Well, we're getting there, guys. That's what they look like. Honey habanero. Some there. I'm getting there. It's gonna take a minute, but hey, we're doing it and doing it and doing it well. Okay, guys, we got a couple done. I'm a little rusty at this, I think, from what I used to be. But yeah, having some beers, making some Bologna. These are the 55 to 60 millimeter beef rounds, beef middles. And I think these are pork, which that's what I wanted. For some reason I bought these. These are real stiff. So I'll just do some links. You can't really bend these to make a ring like this one, which is kind of what I want. That one seems a little loose, but it'll cook just fine. In any case, we're still plugging away. I've still got 20 pounds there. Oh, this is going so slow, but we're getting it. A little bit at a time. It's gonna be a long day. Hey guys, Jeff here. We're still processing meat, but I want to give you guys a couple tips that I've learned over the many years of making sausage. First off, always have some oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, something like that, and I put that on my shaft before I put the casing on there. Word of the wise, always keep your shaft nice and lubed. On the end of this, before you even start putting the casing up on there, what you want to do is push just a touch of meat out so it has this little ball, right? And what that does is it creates a little barrier between the casing and the hard plastic that potentially cuts the end of or the hog casing, and then you have a blowout, and then you got a bunch of short links, right? We all know that's happened a bunch of times. The other thing is with the casings, you want to now these are beef middles. Now these are really stiff. Like, you can see the difference in dexterity. You can just see these are heavy duty. But what you always want to do is open the casing, get a finger down in there, and then dip it down into the warm water. Now I've been putting water in the microwave to get it a little more warm, because just sitting out it gets cold. So I put water in there, and then this never gets old. I love doing this. Put some air into it. So our next one is ready. Looks like somebody's gut pile, right? All right, so now we're gonna make a link. I'm gonna try to hold that pressure in the beginning until we get that end nice and tight. And after you do a couple of these, you'll figure it out. But you don't want to put too much pressure on these hog casings, because these hog casings are really thin. And the difference between the hog casing and the beef middles, you want to peel that off. It's like, think of it as like when you buy a stick of pepperoni, it's got that harder crust on the outside. That's the kind of material you want to take off. But with the hog casing, you can just eat it. You can eat the beef middles too. It's not going to harm you. It's just the texture is a little goofy. But there you go, guys. You got your full link. You always want to backtrack half a turn. That sucks any pressure back that was pushing against that. We'll take our secondary rope. I like to go down maybe an inch or so down into the meat. And when I cinch that, what that does is it pushes all the pressure back down that tube. And because this is so free, it pushes the pressure the opposite direction, which then, you know, it just tightens it. That's just how I do it. I cut it, and then I always flip that tab over. That tab creates a knot with the intestine itself, and make sure that you have that flipped over, cinched tight. So that's actually my third knot on each end. And then I make my loop, put it in my first loop, do just a quick bow tie, and there you have it, folks. Now you have your Bologna link, and you have a big space here, so you can, like I always struggled having these small circles, and I couldn't get them on my stakes, my dowel rod, 1-inch dowel rods that are in my smoker. And so this way, you know, you have that big opening, and they're gonna form to whatever. Once they sit, they're gonna tighten up a little bit. But that's a perfect link right there, guys. That's what we're looking for. So we can push this back a little bit onto the next one. But that's where we're at, guys. I've got one of these already full. I got this much left. That was 30 pounds total. I probably have 10 pounds left, so I've only done like 20 pounds, and I've got 2 of these full. So it's a lot of work, but we're doing it. We're getting her. So we'll catch up with you guys in a bit. All right, guys, so we switched to the beef middles. These are 55 to 60 millimeter casings. As you can see, they're a lot thicker, so you can really brush them out pretty quickly. Hopefully pretty quickly, and they should not break. But you can pack these pretty good. You put a lot of pressure on these without them blowing out. So these are really tight when you're done with them. And I'm not going to make them too long. I think about like that. Give them a quick twist. Yep, I could have made that one a little stiffer. But yeah. The only thing with smokers, you know, the heat radiates up from the bottom. So if this is the bottom, this is going to cook faster than the top, right? I'm not sure how to solve that problem. So normally in my smoker, the bottom half, you know, you want to get to at least 158 degrees internal temperature of the meat, and I try to test them. I'll test them at the bottom and I'll test them at the top, because sometimes they'll cook, the bottom half will be cooked, be 158 degrees, but the top part will be 138 degrees or 148 degrees. So to do the pork and get rid of that stuff that makes you sick there, whatever, usually the bottoms will get 165, 170 to get the tops 158 degrees. Now that experience was with a 2-foot log. That's why I'm doing these shorter. And I wish I had like a hot dog rotator deal that I could set these on that rotates, so these continually turn as they're being smoked. Maybe someday I'll design something like that for myself or purchase something. But for now, this is what we're doing. And hopefully it works out. But these are probably, I guess if I had to weigh one. Now I'm just curious. Let's put it right here. Yeah, 1 pound. That's what I expect. Make 1 pound links. Yeah, as you can see, I need a new scale, but this thing has worked for years. It'll work for many more years. Hey, case guys, we're still plugging away. We're gonna bust through these and get on to the next batch. I got the mild stuff, or it's not mild, there's no spice whatsoever into it. Maybe a little, what was in the seasoning, but we're gonna bust this out because I'm exhausted. I am truly exhausted. It has been a long couple days and it's not over. Going on a coyote hunt in the morning. Pretty excited about that. We have dogs, GPS, the whole 9. Never done it before, so this will be the first time. But I'm hoping that we get some yotes tomorrow. That'd be pretty cool. I've tried to shoot them with a bow before, and they're always a little bit smarter than me. Their eyesight's pretty keen, and their noses are even more keen. So let's get to it. Well, guys, let's go see what we got. I got a giant freaking mess to clean up, but this is what we got. There's the hot bologna, habanero, cheddar cheese, and honey. And these are the mild or non-peppers stuffed into beef middles. We got 30 pounds of each. 30 pounds of the hot. You can just see the difference in the color versus those. I mean, this one's really got some color, but all in all, I mean, it turned out pretty good. Now I just gotta smoke it. And I'm gonna let this sit for a day, and then I'll smoke it. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a lot of work, a lot of fun, and stay tuned for the smoke session.